Welcome to a special edition of the UK Report. Today, we delve beneath the headlines to bring you the stories shaping our nation this May 2026. From the halls of Westminster to the front lines of global conflict, we welcome you to the good, the bad, and the ugly truth. We begin with the good. Despite the global shadows, there are pillars of resilience in our diplomatic and domestic life. King Charles III has completed a historic state visit to the United States, becoming the first British monarch to address a joint session of Congress. The King pointedly reminded American lawmakers that executive power is subject to checks and balances, a message that resonated deeply across the Atlantic. Analysts suggest that while the special relationship is shifting, the King's diplomacy has successfully maintained a vital bridge during a period of immense global tension. Closer to home, the UK housing market is showing unexpected strength. Nationwide reports that house prices rose by 3% annually this April. The average home has reached £278,880, buoyed by significant household savings buffers. This resilience offers a rare silver lining for homeowners, providing a degree of financial stability amidst broader economic uncertainty. Furthermore, the push for energy security is accelerating the UK's transition to renewables, with the government nearing a final decision on the 7th carbon budget. This shift is not just environmental. It is a strategic move to decouple our economy from the volatile global oil markets currently under siege. Investment in domestic technology remains a high point, with British firms leading the way in efficiency and next-generation infrastructure. In local communities, we see a renewed spirit of cooperation as neighbours support one another through the shifting economic landscape. These developments prove that even in challenging times, the structural foundations of British life, from diplomacy to the home, remain remarkably durable. But as every reporter knows, a resilient foundation can still be shaken by the storms brewing on the horizon. Now we turn to the bad. The economic and social pressures mounting on the United Kingdom have reached a critical fever pitch. The dominant factor is the ongoing war in the Middle East. With the Strait of Hormuz effectively closed, global energy markets are in a state of shock. Brent crude oil has topped $126 a barrel, forcing the government to monitor jet fuel supplies daily to avoid summer holiday chaos. This energy shock has reignited the fires of inflation. After a brief dip, CPI inflation jumped to 3.4% in April, squeezing household budgets once more. Simultaneously, the NHS is facing what many call a systemic fracture. Tens of thousands of resident doctors are engaged in prolonged strike action. These strikes are costing the health service an estimated £50 million every day, while waiting lists remain at historically high levels. In a bizarre twist, the British Medical Association itself faced industrial action from its own staff, leading to accusations of deep-seated hypocrisy. The Bank of England is caught in a vice. With interest rates at 3.75%, fears of stagflation are becoming a grim reality for many businesses. Local government is also at a breaking point. Over 30 council elections were nearly postponed due to severe capacity and austerity constraints. Environmental risks are adding to the burden. The Environment Agency has warned that without significant rainfall, all of England could face drought by summer. This energy shock has reignited the fires of inflation. After a brief dip, CPI inflation jumped to 3.4% in April, squeezing household budgets once more. Over 62,000 companies are now reported to be in significant financial distress, a 37% increase compared to last year. Public dissatisfaction is palpable. The gap between government targets and the reality on the ground continues to widen, fueling political unrest. From crumbling infrastructure to failing services, the bad stories of May 2026 are numerous and deeply interconnected. But beyond the visible crises lies something darker. It is time to discuss the ugly truth that many are afraid to address. The ugly truth is a landscape of political scandals, royal disgrace, and a shifting world order that leaves the UK increasingly isolated. The governing Labour Party is reeling from revelations regarding Peter Mandelson's relationship with the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Even more shocking is the arrest of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. For the first time in centuries, a senior royal has been taken into custody. The former Prince Andrew was arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office, allegedly involving the sharing of confidential materials with Epstein. The special relationship with the US has become transactional at best. President Trump has publicly mocked Prime Minister Keir Starmer, Trump's dissatisfaction with the UK's level of support in the Iran war has led to public insults, calling the Prime Minister no Winston Churchill. This vacuum of leadership is fueling a radical shift in British politics. Reform UK and the Green Party are surging as traditional parties fail. Voters are abandoning the centre ground in record numbers, preparing for a potential political wipeout in the upcoming local elections. The ugly truth is that public trust in our most fundamental institutions is at an all-time low, fractured by years of scandal and unfulfilled promises. People are hesitant to talk about the depth of this erosion, but the signs of a fraying social fabric are becoming impossible to ignore. On the world stage, the UK's influence is waning. We are caught in a pincer movement of geopolitical friction and domestic collapse. The part people are scared to talk about is that there may be no easy way back from this convergence of crises. Our system is being tested to its limit. It is a truth that requires more than just policy changes. It requires a fundamental reckoning with who we are as a nation. We have shown you the good, the bad, and the ugly. In May 2026, the United Kingdom stands at a historic crossroads. Which path we take will depend on our ability to face these truths head-on, no matter how uncomfortable they may be. Thank you for watching this special report. We hope it has provided the clarity and depth these stories deserve. Stay informed, stay engaged, and join us next time as we continue to seek the truth. Goodbye for now.